Okay, it's time for a little exercise. So to prepare for footlock, you have to strengthen your core. It's very important to have a strong core. And also arm strength for pull-ups, because you're going to be lifting your body with your arms. And you're also going to be rolling your legs up, which is going to take core strength. And so push-ups are a very good exercise to increase your core strength without, significant effort. And there's various ways. I mean, obviously you have a straight push-up all the way with a firm core body. And the closer your arms are together, the more isolated you're doing your arms, your triceps, right here. If you move your arms apart, you're doing more of your chest muscles. And so, I usually pick something in the middle and then doing regular push-ups. Now, of course, that takes quite a bit of core strength. If you don't quite have the core strength for push-ups like that, you can, of course, keep your knees on the ground and then just do partials. And that will be easier. Now, you can also do that standing up if you have a table or some other structure you can lean against, and then do push-ups without your full body weight. You can spread these apart a little bit if you want wider push-ups. And that way you can gradually strengthen your core until you can do a full push-up on the floor. And so, I gotta get down here. So you can break the exercise down to help you strengthen your core. And so whatever method you have to use in order to do a push-up, whether incline or on your knees, do what you can to begin strengthening your body to be able to perform what's necessary to climb a rope. And I'm also going to show you some pull-up exercises. So pull-ups can be a very hard exercise if you haven't been accustomed to lifting your body. And so if you get a chair, so you're up by the bar, so you hardly have to pull anything. And instead of pulling yourself up, you just jump up into place or whatever and hold yourself. And if you let your legs come forward just a little bit, it'll actually be more balanced. And then you can negative lift, you can lower yourself down. So and maybe you can't even pull yourself up that far. You can just lock your arms and lift your legs off the ground. And hold yourself. And lower yourself down. And then start over again. And lower yourself down. Start over. Lower yourself down. If you're able to pull yourself up, then pull yourself all the way up. And then lower yourself down. And then put yourself back up on the bar. Or get a chair so you can even get all the way up there. And just lift your legs off the ground and lower yourself down. That's called negative lifting. And you'll get stronger. So if you can only go like this at first, you can't hold yourself all the way up here, then start here. And as you get stronger, you'll be able to get yourself all the way up. And so you can do it in increments and gradually work yourself up to be able to do a full pull-up. And now, the rollback exercise, I don't know if I'll be able to do it. I'm going to try to attempt to show you. I cracked a rib a few weeks ago, and so we'll see what we can do. But you pull yourself up, and then I'm gonna roll my legs up to the bar as my arms straighten, and then pull myself back up to the bar. And that will help you footlock. But you have to work your way up to that. But that is the action of the footlock. And I'll put my saddle on and I'll show you that. All right. So I'm going to demonstrate some more footlock technique. I have two ascenders, as I showed in the last video. They're independently attached. I have one to my bridge, and I have one to the center D-ring. Now you have a lot of the old master saddles. They have multiple attachment points. When I had one of those saddles, I had one on the center one, right in front, and then one to one of the side ones. So my lead one, which is my left hand, so yours might be the right hand is the lead one, put that in the middle. And then have your secondary one that's underneath off to the side, whatever side that's on. And so my lead is my left. So on this saddle, because I have a bridge, they're both in the middle, but they're on separate attachment points. And that's significant so that, you know, if one were to fail or slip in some way, the other one has you. So that's important. So on your footlock, just to show you how my exercises benefit the footlock. Ideally, you want to lock your feet up here in front of your face. You know, a lot of people struggle with footlock because they're locking their feet down below them and they can't see, and they're not getting a good wrap. If your feet are up in front of your face, you can see them. So the rope comes down in front of your foot, right in your ankle. And so when you come up, it's going to catch that rope and carry it with you. And the other one sweeps underneath your foot. So it's like a circular motion. You're sweeping that rope. So you're sweeping that rope and then locking it. So you bring your feet up in front of your face, catch the rope and lock it. And then you're going to stand up. So again, you roll up and lock your feet right in front of your face. Now you can, if you don't have the core strength to lift your feet up, then you can lock them below you and still get, you know, some good, now you can hang and then lock your feet and still look at them. And then stand up. And you get a solid 18 inches. And if you bring your feet all the way up, you're still getting quite a bit of lift out of one stroke. Not as much as if you come way up, but you gotta work with what you have. If you don't have the strength to get your legs up there, then you're gonna lock them below you. And so it's really important to do your hanging exercises and practice locking the rope with your foot. Circling, catching that rope and locking it. Catching that rope and locking it. And as you get good at locking the rope, then you can get good at getting your legs higher and higher up so that you're getting a longer stroke. And so ideally you're gonna take that deep stroke and then stand up. And the guys that went really fast back in the racing days when footlock was part of the competition, they'd stand up and you jump off the rope. you'd actually jump. So instead of pulling yourself up with your arms, you're jumping off the rope and you're traveling up. And then you just clench your arms and you roll back and you take the next lock and you stand up and you jump. And you know, my fastest time in 40 feet, 13 meters roughly, was 11.7. And that was in competition. And 12.5 was predictable for me. Now my friend Mark Chisholm, three-time world champion, and he won the Footlock almost always. And I think his fastest was 11.2 in competition. And I heard him say in practice somewhere off the record he got like 10.8, and I believe it, because his stroke was just so smooth. And so you can get really good at this and get really fluid. But it's going to take some core exercises to really get good like that. And so these little exercises I've shown you to improve your core strength are going to help you improve your footlock and get you faster and faster, so that you're not struggling to get up into the tree. You just decide and go up the rope. And so there's some techniques. And again, on the footlock, you want to keep your knees apart. I didn't say that on the last video, but when you come up and lock, you want to keep your knees apart, and so that you get a stronger lock. If you bring them together, you know, it can slip. Now I'm just really good at locking the rope, so no matter where I go, I don't slip. And then you can just suck them underneath you and stand up. So another, you know, low-cost exercise that you might do is just, you know, deep knee squats. You know, going down like this. That's going to strengthen your thighs, because obviously you're going to need some thigh strength to stand up. So that would be another low-cost exercise that you could do. So I hope that you find this helpful to kind of see some more of the fundamentals of footlock. And I'm excited for you guys, and I hope I've motivated you to exercise. All right, take care. Thanks.